It's fine. Okay.
Here we have with us Nidhi. Nidhi cleared PMP. So I was asking to her, Nidhi, first of all, how do you feel now? Please, what you are sharing, if you can. Yes, Nidhi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amir, and thanks for inviting me and like giving me the opportunity to sharing my journey. So first of all, what I feel still that I don't believe that I have cleared the PMP, and that's all with the above target because I never expected that I'm gonna do it, and because I was thinking maybe I'm just doing it for the first time, maybe I'll get a below target or something like that, or not able to clear it, and I still have two attempts left to do it again. So and whenever I'm sharing this with anybody, people say, okay, this is something big that you have done it. And it's been, I think, like 4 or 5 days now. I did it on Wednesday and last Wednesday on 2nd of November, and this is today's 6th, and still I'm feeling okay. I see my result and I don't believe myself. So that's how the current situation is. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I can say. Yeah.
Yeah, Nidhi,
So
I really
yeah.
loved it. Yeah, I really loved it. Like the excitement shows the hard work is done. The
Right.
real
Right.
hard work is done. Okay, Nidhi, why don't you tell us something about you? Where you from? What do you do? Where are you currently? Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'll start with that I am based out in India. My
Mm-hmm.
current location is Gurgaon. So that's
Mm-hmm.
where I'm based out because this is
Mm-hmm.
my job location as well. This is my home as well. So I work with AT&T and T, and I work as a HR. Like I'm into HR, but I handle multiple HR projects. That's what I do, and I'm working into the HR project management from last 6.5 years, but I never thought that I'm going to do the PMP. And but since I thought like, okay, now I'm managing the projects, I need something like certification that's like give me some kind of a professional certifications and the skills. Though I have the skills, but the thing is that I need to compare it with the one like who's actually the certified project management professionals are. So I shared it with my managers, and they said, "Okay, just go for it and do it." And I think that's one of the support I received from my organization. And when I started looking into it and started researching into this domain, then I thought, okay, maybe if people like me can do it and who never have any kind of a background, so maybe I can also give a try. So that's how it all started. And I think with this certification, my skills, I think whatever I'm doing, it's given me more strong power into that. I'll feel more confident into that, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. That is so beautifully how you put it that. And interestingly, the last Nidhi I recorded journey, she was also from Guadalajara.
Okay.
So that's
Say,
very
okay.
that's a very coincidence. She was from bad sex, and yeah.
Mhm.
So okay, let's talk about a little bit about the exam. So how did you manage time? That is one of the things that is very important. Yeah, how did you manage time in the exam?
See, for manage the time, I followed your rule. So I think I watched the video where you have 11 to 12 hours journey to crack the the PMP exam, and it has some topics. And I think I was at the quality topic when I was just reviewing it, it is just before the night I have to give the exam, and there you shared the like, okay, what are the three rules you have to follow to give the exam, and that's the same thing that I did. So I think the first section I did, I think around 75 to 80 minutes. That's what I did. And then I recorded my time, okay, how much time I left. So before going to the break, I was just noting it down. So when I was coming back from the break, and then I see like, okay, what's the time I have left, and how many questions, because there's 60 questions that I have to do. So those 60 questions in the second section, I think I did it in 75 minutes. And again, the third section, maybe in the third section, I think I left with 10 to 15 minutes as spare time. So that was, I think, the good time for me just to review all the questions which I marked for the review.
Hmm.
So I followed everything, whatever you shared, Amir. I think that's the one thing that I very much appreciate, because nobody told me this thing that, okay, this is how you can do it. So I think
Hmm.
just from the previous night, I followed that thing in the morning. So I think that helped me to crack the exam, I can say, and to manage the time. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So a very important thing that, and I really like the how you said it. How did you use your breaks? What were the benefit? Like, did you use them? Did you drink water and things like that? How did you use the breaks?
Yeah, that's what I did just before going to the break. I just, because they give the notepad to just to write anything, so I did what I just, before going to the break, I was just writing the time I have left. And that was actually important for me, because instead of getting nervous and just, okay, looking at the time, so I was just mentioning the number of questions I am left with, and the number and the time I have. So whenever I was in the break, while during the break, what I did, I just walking around the center. That's what I was doing, just to stretch myself, because when you are sitting for a longer period of time, obviously your body need a stretch. So that's what I did. And another thing, what I did, yes, I I had a water also, and I brought some chocolates and some food from my home, so that, okay, I needed, because it was 8 in the morning, and I'm not a morning person at all. I'm like an owl, like you. So I wake up the entire night. So that is very, very difficult for me. And I do have a funny story for you. I'll tell you. So, but yeah, that's how I was managing the breaks, just to stretch myself, just to have some water and have something to eat, just to distract myself. And yes, you obviously, if you want to go for a nature call, you can go. So that's how.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's a very important thing. Any formula or critical path question in the exam?
Nothing. No
No
formula
formula.
question. And I think I'm lucky. I'm
Oh
very
no,
bad in
the
that.
exam,
So yeah.
the
Yeah.
exam is like this thing.
Yeah.
The
So there
exam
was
is
no
like this.
formula questions,
Okay.
no critical path.
How like first 10 question? I like to say to student they are punch on your face. So did you receive any questions like that? Like the first 10 question a punch on the face or something like that, or they were normal?
I'll not say it's normal. I don't know why I'll not say normal, because it was, for me, it is very difficult for me to sit in the morning time, because I'm not a morning person at all. I
So
woke up around 5:30.
why did you book it
Okay, why did
exam
I
in the
choose
morning?
that? There was no slot available for me. There are like very few dates available in the November time. I think 4 to 5 dates available, and all those dates there were only morning slot were available. That is 8 in the morning. So I have to
Hmm.
wake up around 5:30 and read centers and all those things I have to do. The
I
questions that
would
I
have
got, I think.
I would have given exam in home as compared to giving exam at that time, because for me my mind would be
Mhm.
sleeping like that at that time.
See, that's what I said. Like, I too have a funny story to tell you. I'll let you know about the funny story also. So
Yeah,
I would have preferred the like to sit at home, but still I watched the your video where
yeah,
somebody's
yeah,
screen
yeah.
got stuck. So I got very, very
Nabil,
scared.
Nabil,
I said like,
Nabil,
and
Nabil,
yeah.
Nabil. Yeah, yeah.
So that is all the reasons that I thought, okay, let me go to the center. That is a good thing. If anything happens, they are there to take care. So I do not have to worry about anything.
Huh.
So all those questions, that's what I've received. Even the first 10 questions, or I think 180 question, I think the exam was tough. It was very hard. It wasn't the easy exam. Some questions I can say easy, but some of the terms, what I read in the exams and the language they have used, it was pretty difficult for me. That's, I'm like very honest with that, because the language that I'm following in your coaching calls and the Q&A in the stimulators and whatever I followed in the books that I have read. So that was little different for me, what I received in exam. Maybe it's just the morning thing. I don't know, but that's what I relate to. That's how what I can say. Yeah.
Hmm, hmm.
So, yeah. It
Okay,
was like
okay,
little difficult.
okay, okay. That's a very important thing to put in the context. Yeah, how we can get it done. Yeah,
Mhm.
a very interesting thing. Which area was more dominated in the exam?
I think quality, that was more dominated for me in the exam. There were like around 15 to 20 questions for the quality. And then Agile was there. Agile, I would think I would say most of the questions from there, and the hybrid is always there because as I don't see any straightforward predictive questions they have asked. It's like hybrid and all. And from tools and techniques also there were some questions, but they haven't directly asked it. But yes, in some of the questions they like indirectly they ask some two tool questions, I think 5 to 6 questions from the tool and techniques. And then some of the questions were related to the scope management also. And yes, I got some questions related to the stakeholder management as well. So that's how it was. But your quality was there, and that was little difficult to follow the logic, like how you choose the correct option. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how important is elimination technique in the exam?
I would say it was actually benefit. That's what I said. Like I followed your rule, slow down, read the questions. And yes, if you find the answer also, but still go for the elimination just to read everything that, okay, you're not missing any options, because that's actually helped. That's actually helped me. So it is
Thank you.
important to read everything, and then follow your mind, follow the mindset of the PMP, and then choose the right option there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Nidhi. It has been an honor to record your journey. It was an interesting journey. Anything else you would like to add to the PMP aspirants?
Anything else? Okay, if you're not a morning person, then please don't go, because this is something happened with me in the exam. I actually dozed off twice. I actually dozed off twice, and it was hard for me. And whatever the question I marked for the review, luckily I got those 10-15 minutes spare. So in those 10-15 minutes when I was reviewing the question, I actually break down the questions into parts so that I can read it and choose the correct option. And I think that's one thing what I followed when I was breaking the questions into the part. I choose, as you say, always find the keywords. That's something that I did in those questions when I marked for the reviews. I found out the keywords, I choose the right option, and I think that was the reason that I got passed. But yes, choosing a morning time for me is the worst. So if you're not a morning person, do not do that. It's very hard to concentrate. It's very hard to concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, Nidhi. It has been an honor to record your journey, and best of luck for the future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Amer, and thank you so much for your videos, your journey videos. I just want to mention this before you cut me off. Your journey videos, your coaching calls, your Q&A session, and the stimulators I followed on Udemy, it really helped me a lot. Though I followed other trainers as well, but you are the one that I followed a lot as compared to others. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
and
Yeah.
whatever the suggestions and the tips you have given, it really helped me. So I just
Thank
suggest everybody just go with Amir, whatever he says, and I think you will also clear the exam. So all the
Thank
best
you.
to everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nidhi.